We told you we'd be back.
We want to hear you enjoying yourself.
You're in big trouble, mister.
W3L. W3L.
Marc Munro fell victim to a low blow from Hugo Harris on the road to Summer Spectacular, just as Mike Musso did at Resolution. Later on in that night, however, Mike Musso prevented Harris from repeating this act in a #1 Contenders Battle Royal. Marc Munro would go on to eliminate Harris and win the Battle Royal. Munro will now face Harris again at All Thriller with a choice of 3 potential referees that Harris has wronged. They are Amelia, a ring announcer Fiona, and the tour manager Claire. With a choice of 3 potential referees that Harris has wronged this year, will Munro go into this match as W3L Wrestling Showdown champion? We find out as Marc Munro challenges Luke King Sharp this week on W3L Wrestling Showdown.
For the W3L Wrestling Showdown Championship!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to another edition of W3L Wrestling Showdown here on the W3L Network this Sunday. And ladies and gentlemen, what an event we've got for you this afternoon. Showdown Championship on the line as Luke King Sharp gets set for, I believe, his first championship defence since winning this championship at the Summer Spectacular, taking it in a unique tag team match where both the singles championships were on the line, the world title as well, but Sharp would get it. And here's where we're going to take a look back. Here's the frog splash that Sharp used after a blind tag. He gets the cover, and there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your new W3L Wrestling Showdown champion, the Blood Tourist, Luke King Sharp. And ladies and gentlemen, we will be Sorry, Wizard, didn't mean to interrupt you there. Ladies and gentlemen, following this broadcast, we'll be looking at how All Thriller is shaping up. Another unique premium live event available on demand Progress Plus, but you can see it in person just by getting your tickets at www.w3lwrestling.com. However, you are in control. You can vote now that the matches that are announced. You can vote for whatever the rules or the stipulations may be. You can pick them.
And everybody needs to stand up and clap their hands. No. Especially that woman.
Sharp's going to do a victory lap. He's not even won the match yet.
Let's now bring out. Oh, hang on.
What? Are you listening?
Wizard, don't wind him up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have our victory lap now.
Yeah, I think Wizard was confused. I think he meant that he was going to do the victory lap when he'd won. No, he was meaning now. He's we don't want Wizard getting in trouble from Sharp. Any event, ladies and gentlemen, Munro about to make his way to the ring. Of course, he won this opportunity by winning the #1 Contenders Battle Royal. It's the road to Summer Spectacular. He threw out Hugo Harris, and he will take on Harris again at All Thriller, and a very unique style of what the fans can pick. Munro's found himself in the middle of Harris's problems. I mean, it'll benefit Munro in the end, but not Harris, and we'll take a look at those. We've seen them, but we will take a look at those again immediately following this contest, as we'll look at all the matches that we have so far. Well, indeed, the rising star. You won a battle royal, and he's had a few opportunities at the Breakout Championship. He's come up short, but that's because of outside interference from Commune members. Of course, the Breakout Champion Tormentor is at ringside along with Tate, and if you remember a couple of weeks ago, Marc Munro did lose out on the Breakout Championship with thanks to Tate. Managed to earn himself an opportunity at the Showdown Championship, as we've spoke about. Oh Lord.
So you can just go on him, wee boy.
Well, she looks enthusiastic. Any event. Munro, of course, got a huge victory over Big Mick last week. And of course, if Munro can get the victory and become Showdown Champion this afternoon, then, ladies and gentlemen, All Thriller landscape changes, because no longer would Lou be defending the Showdown Championship against Drew Marshall. Drew Marshall would be out for revenge, but there'd be no championship at the end of that tunnel. So, in hindsight, Drew will be cheering on Sharp, because Drew wants that Wrestling Showdown Championship back. But then on the other hand, the flip side, Munro can walk in at All Thriller as champion, and one could only imagine the management would say, okay, we'll put the title on the line, so it'll be Munro versus Hugo with the Showdown Championship on the line, which Hugo would probably... Oh, wait a minute. Well, we're not ready for that yet.
Hey, W3L fans, don't forget to check out W3L Wrestling Showdown.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was of course our Showdown advert. It does play at our live events to let everyone know that we are here every Sunday at 12 noon on the W3L network. Hit that subscribe button and never miss any of the action on the longest running weekly wrestling show on YouTube. As we get ready now underway, the landscape of All Thriller rests on this contest, at least as far as the Showdown Championship and 2 matches are concerned. It would be the shortest reign in W3L history if Sharp was to lose the Showdown Championship. And again, for one that's not been here longest, you'd probably have to ask Wizard. But I don't think anyone has lost the Showdown Championship on their first defence either. And Munro, as he's claimed himself the rising star, has got all the tools to get this done. As Tate and Tormentor look on, of course, conspicuous by their absence is the world champion, Father Luke, and the Jackal as well. One has to wonder that is there a dissension in the ranks? Are certain members only glued to certain members? And does Father Luke just think he doesn't need to be there, or is Tate and Tormentor enough? Luke Aldrich could have been a dual champion if Sharp hadn't tagged himself in. And ladies and gentlemen, there we go. We can see where we'll be in Stirling for All Thriller. We'll be in Leith for Saturday 18th of October for W3L Wrestling Showdown tapings. And then back Friday the 14th of November in Dunfermline. That's for the Great Winter Bash. And then again Showdown tapings in Elgin on Saturday the 15th as we turn Elgin. And then finishing up 28th of December, Sunday, that's Broxburn Strathbrook Community Centre and waist go behind by Munro as he caught Sharp coming in, but Sharp hits that elbow. There's a hip toss by Munro, and now look at this, Munro, nice arm drag, out wrestling Sharp, and beautiful standing drop kick. It's not often you see Sharp getting outsmarted, outwitted and out wrestled. Sharp on the outside, knows that he can't lose the championship on the outside. Look, there's Tate getting involved, and Sharp from behind. And now Sharp, where he loves it most, on the outside. It's where you can do the most damage. And it's also where Sharp is most vicious and most dangerous. Sharp now back there, breaking the count. Very surprising, clearly wants to win his first championship defence. He could take the count out victory if he got it. Maybe he wants to make a point. You've got to wonder that Andrew Marshall looking on, and Andrew Marshall is in the head of Sharp, ahead of their contest at All Thriller. The choices for that could be a 30-minute Ironman match or a old traditional British rounds contest. And for Munro, you could pick 3 referees that Harris has wronged, that may not like Harris much. Of course, if you put on the stripes, you need to be fair and impartial, and you've got to wonder how could the 3 ladies in question do that after what Harris has done, but they've got to. So basically the rules are that you could pick who officiates the contest between Munro and Harris. Will you pick our 2 manager Claire, our sales rep Amelia, or our ring announcer Fiona? All 3 who've had a run-in with wrestling's most handsome man. Irish whip, but there was a reversal there, and Sharp put on the brakes, beautiful elbow. Sharp hits that elbow drop, and Munro kicks out. And now reverse chin lock. And our camera's getting right into the squared circle here. And Munro, there we go. Munro now feeding off the energy as he tries to get that vertical base. He does. He's going to try and fight out of this. He does break the grab, and beautiful standing enziguri, and Sharp is out on his feet, but he's out. There he goes. And if you're Tate and Tormento on the outside, you're concerned. Both look on. Munro building momentum. Beautiful kip up by Munro. Here he comes. Clothesline in that corner. Uppercut. Munro building momentum here. Another one. Rolls back out. Getting Creef behind him. Splash into the corner. Front face lock. Beautiful DDT. You saw Sharp's neck and head just twist on that. Hooks the leg. Gets a 2. Picks up Sharp in the finals carry, but Sharp manages to get out of it. Single leg drop kick. Sharp now. Sharp now telling who he's going to take home. And he's going up top. Oh, he's going for the frog splash. Sharp breaking into serenading here, Creef. Could pick a different song, but anyway, He's perched up there. If he hits this, it is over. This is the move that won him that Showdown Championship, but Munro moved out of the way. Beautiful scissor kick. And Tay now on the apron. Tay again. This is all too familiar. There's Tormentor in the ring. Come on. Oh, very familiar. But it's not one, it's the other. And Sean Moran never seen a damn thing. Oh, give me a break. No changes. No changes to all Thriller. All is right in the universe. We're still on course for Sharp against Marshall for the Showdown Championship. Perhaps that's the night. Because either way, it's rounds, which means most rounds win. It's falls in 30, most falls in 30 minutes. And that's a good advantage for the challenger. Well, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned with us as we'll run down what is happening at All Thriller. We'll be back as we throw it to see All Thriller. Well, ladies and gentlemen, All Thriller will be with you October 17th, Stirling. And ladies and gentlemen, what a lineup it is so far. We've been hearing from Mike Munro the last few weeks on Showdown as he's dropping announcements each time. So ladies and gentlemen, let's see so far what the merchandise Mike Munro in his capacity as executive producer has given us. First of all, it will be Sakiba Ali against Chris Renfrew. This will be Chris Renfrew's second contest in W3L history. He's picked Sakiba Ali as his next victim. Ladies and gentlemen, the stipulations for this match chosen by you, the W3L fans, it can be either a tables match or a Falls Count Anywhere match. Either way, this is going to be violent, it's going to be very physical, and it's going to be damn right dangerous. And then, ladies and gentlemen, for the W3L Women's Championship, Moxie Malone will defend her championship. And again, you the fans can decide who she defends that championship against. Will she defend it against the Commune's Tate? Will she defend it against the Basic Bitch Slayer Ruby Roberts? Or you know what, why not be greedy on that night? Or why not, you could vote for both. So it could be a triple threat match. It depends what you, again the fans, think should happen. And then, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Hugo Harris will take on Marc Munro, and you, again, the fans, can pick who officiates this match, who will be the special guest referee for this contest. Will it be our ring announcer Fiona Loughran? Will it be our tour manager Claire? Or will it be our sales rep Amelia? It's entirely up to you. And then, of course, the Showdown Championship is on the line as Looking Sharp will take on Andrew Marshall. This will be Andrew Marshall's rematch. And again, you the fans can pick. Do you want to go for old traditional, old style, British rounds? Or would you want to see a 30-minute Iron Man match between the two? Most falls in 30 minutes. As soon as the clock hits 0, whoever has the most falls will be the winner and the Showdown champion. That's all for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Get your tickets for All Thriller, www.w3lwrestling.com, and we'll see you next Sunday for more W3L Wrestling Showdown.